first things first, I want to know about your background. How did you first get into pole, and can you tell us a little bit about your journey from, starting pole to evolving into Cleo Rapture?
Yes, I can. Thank you for asking. So I started pole dancing at a studio in Newcastle with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and we thought it would be a fun couples thing to do, something so fruity and wild for us to go and learn to spin and feel sexy together. And then sadly we split, and I insisted on keeping pole dancing in the divorce. I was really not even good at it at the time. I was pretty average, to be honest, but it felt really good and it felt really special to me, and I kind of had this gut instinct that I need to keep this in my life and you need to go.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's spiteful, but also maybe it's just a healthy boundary. So I stayed there. I luckily had a good group of dancers in my class, and I continued building up my skin strength, building up my muscle strength, and progressing through the pole levels. And then lockdown came about with the start of the pandemic, and all of the studios shut. And I realized just how terribly important it was in my life and how much I missed it. And so when studios reopened, I really committed myself wholeheartedly to maximizing my pole skills, man. I had to up it. I had to get my splits. I had to get strong as hell. I had to get my flow. I really invested a lot of my time and energy into building things up as much as I possibly could, because it felt good. Once you move past the barrier of stripping down in front of strangers and doing something athletic, it's very therapeutic in my experience. So I did that for many months, and then I was very lucky to have a stripper friend who loaned out her ex-pole to me sometimes, and then eventually down the track she sold it to me, and that really kick-started my journey with performing live, and it has been a beautiful, beautiful journey since then. Just me and my ex-pole, affectionately named Patty after my nan.
Oh my gosh.
Who taught me to dance when I was younger. Yeah.
Bless.
So Patty comes with me everywhere, big beast of metal, and she and I have been dancing together since.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you said that it's therapeutic. In what way? How do you feel that?
First of all, there's the general kind of movement experience, and any kind of physical activity can give you endorphins, happy hormones. When you sweat, your body can respond and give that feedback of, oh yes, this feels good, let's keep going. But also the feeling of progressing and nailing moves, and that split is an inch deeper. I'm so close to the ground now. Doing certain tricks feels amazing, but also the camaraderie with other dancers and watching them progress as well, and all of you collectively cheering each other on it's really a magic of its own, and it's quite special when you can have a group of people come together, do something for themselves, for their bodies, feel sexy together,
Yeah.
move in sync, and feel strong and beautiful. I don't know many other outlets where that magic is really possible, and so that's why it's quite special to me, and I'm very blessed to have it in my life.
Yeah. What would you say is your style? If you were explaining or describing Cleo Rapture to someone else?
Loud is what I would say. Loud. I love to bang my heels together a whole lot because I like to make noise. I like to make my presence known.
As you
but
should.
Also quite gooey. Quite gooey, quite wavy, very sexy. It's kind of borrowing from the stripper style where pole originates, and also some of the more athletic styles as well, and then as much percussion as we can inject in there. That's kind of my holy trinity, if you will.
Is there a thing like pole percussion? I feel like that should be a thing.
I kind of might have made it a thing. I teach a dance class called Thunderclaps, where it's kind of a fun challenge where it is stripper style movement, and we inject as many heel bangs in as we possibly can. So whether it's on the ground, in the air, while spinning, or sometimes we leave the heels and hold our underwear and flick it, and that makes an incredibly fun noise, or we just bang our skin, give ourselves a little slap. Yeah, it's my favorite. Everyone in a room coming together making noise while feeling sexy. It's my favorite thing ever.
So look, you have a Rapture show coming up very soon on the 2nd of February, and I'm so bummed that I haven't made it along yet, because every time it comes up I'm like, I have to get to this show. Can you tell us about what we can expect?
I can absolutely tell you what you can expect. So I, with my beloved Patty, will be pole dancing on the evening, and I also host and MC the shenanigans. And by shenanigans, I mean fast, loose, sexy people just doing what they do best and celebrating their queer, beautiful bodies. So I have an incredible cast lined up. I have the darling Bravissimo Hoops, who loves to crack stock whips.
Ooh.
And he cracks roses out of my mouth. It's a very special skill he holds. Yeah, it's brilliant. He hasn't hit me yet either in the years he's been doing it. It's quite special.
It's a bonus.
And then we have some other brilliant performers who do contortion and circus tricks. We have some fire, which is always really fun to heat up the room like that, and you can feel it kind of on your skin because it's quite a close, intimate evening, and it's what it really comes down to is a gathering of queer folks being slutty, feeling beautiful together, celebrating life, celebrating body. And it's a privilege to get to hold it at the Rogue Scholar, where I can reach out, touch people, steal a drink, and tell them just how much I love them. That's what you can expect.
Yeah. So, look, there's been a few shows before. Do you know how, what number this one is?
Yeah, I believe this is number 7 or 8.
Yeah, cool.
They've all been at the Rogue Bar 1 in Sydney, which was at the Vanguard in Newtown, but it was a very similar vibe of people in the pit and me getting up close and personal and blessing them with my love and my legs. So that's always kind of a key element, is if I can reach out and, grab people, toss them this way and that, then it's the perfect spot,
How has the show changed over the years, and what have you kept in that you love about the show, and what's kind of made its way out?
What has evolved has been a stripper style floor show that is kind of the piece de resistance amongst the evening, where all the performers jump in, and if they have any clothing left on, it quickly flies away. And the audience bring cash donations and make it rain on the performers. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but it really is exhilarating to have people throw money on you or tuck it on your underwear or in your heels. If you haven't tried it, I insist you do at some point in your life. It's very special. And all of that money gets collected and given to a cause of choice that we support. And some of those in the past have included the Gender Centre, they've included What Were You Wearing? It's included Acon Health, it's included Share the Dignity, and all of them in some way or another support the queer community in some healthcare way, whether it's gender affirmation or sanitary products or mental health care. And I'm really passionate about giving back when I can. I sadly don't think charity is the answer to all of our worldly problems, but if I can lift things up for people in need in any kind of small way, then I'm very, very happy to do it. So that's a mainstay. Over the years, the things that have changed, I've gotten better at hosting.
That's pretty hard,
better
eh?
at hosting. It can be, yes. But also, I find that if we're just having a conversation, if I'm just telling my mates how incredible they are, and they're telling me how incredible I am, then it's a good night. And that's all I really need. Chuck a few jokes in there, give them a butt wiggle, and happy days.
What kind of impact do you think a night like this has on the local scene and the local queer community?
For the queer community, hopefully, it's a fun night out. It's a breath of fresh air. It's an affirmation of, I'm here, I'm queer, get used to it, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, and we're gonna get a little bit nasty in the process. That's the love and the blessing I hope to give to the queer audience in Newcastle and everywhere. The impact, however, can be varied and can be vast. In previous shows, I've had people come out to their family that they've brought along halfway through the show. I had a beautiful young woman come out as bisexual to her brother who was attending with her, and that was really something to behold and to celebrate on the evening. I've had other people bring their family just to show them, here is an example of what my world looks like. Here's my taste. Here's something you can hopefully get on board with and enjoy with me, and it can be a bonding experience for them. Also, I've had straight people come up to me after the show and tell me that they'll stick up for their queer friends in a work context, and that is just so brave of them to be allies and step in when there's bullying afoot. That is just, oh my God, how do they do it? No, but on a serious note, it does mean a lot to hear stuff like that and hear that there is some kind of small change amongst the chaos of undies flying in every direction and people just going out and trying to have a nice time. That's really special.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Cleo, look, honestly, you're an inspiration to me, and I know that a lot of people look up to you, and I think you're brilliant. So thank you so much for spending some time with us today. It's been great to talk.
That is very kind of you. I envy your mullet as an expert in hair. It's been a pleasure to watch it and to talk to you today. Bless up and good night, Australia.